Hello, children. We are back again with another lesson in EVS 1. We all need food, and in our previous lesson, we learned that it helps our body to grow, to remain healthy, and gives us energy to do work. But there are so many people who do not get food to eat. So, my dear children, remember food is important and we must not waste food. Today, we are going to learn how we get the food we eat in the lesson The Value of Food. Arjun and Varsha are brother and sister. Mummy makes hot bajra bhakris with butter as it's their favorite food along with other dishes to eat. But whenever mummy serves a meal, she tells them to take only as much as they need so that food is not wasted. So, one day, Arjun asked mother why she tells this to them daily. So, mother told that we must not waste food but instead think how we get the food we eat. So, let me tell you about this in the form of a story. The story starts from the farmer. Towards the end of the summer season, fields are made ready for farming tasks. First, he plows the field and then breaks the lumps of soil. This makes the soil loose and airy. He does this with the help of a tractor or bullock. Now, the field is leveled and is ready for sowing. The pre monsoon showers, that is, the beginning of the rainy season, makes the soil wet and soft. This is the time the seeds are sown. Within few days, the seeds begin to sprout and the seedlings are seen above the ground. Seedlings are small young plants. Now, along with these seedlings, weeds too begin to grow. Now, weeds are unnecessary plants or grass which needs to be removed. Laborers are employed by the farmers to help in removing these weeds. After a while, ears of crops appear on every stalk, and then the grain is formed in these ears, due to which they become fuller. Now, at this time, the grain is actually soft and tasty, due to which birds come to eat it. So, they set up scarecrows or use slingshots to scare these birds. Once the grain is ready, that is, the ears of corn are full, it is the time for harvesting. Now, what is harvesting? It is the process in which the ears of bajra are cut and gathered in one place. After harvesting, there is another process called as threshing. Now, let me tell you what is threshing. It is a process in which the grain is separated from the ears. It can be done with the help of a machine or bullocks were used to help. Traditional method of threshing. Let us see how the threshing was done. First, a round space is cleared in the field and the threshing floor is prepared. Then, a post, which is a wooden beam, is set up at the center of this threshing floor and a bullock is tied to it. Now, the bullock walks in circles around the post. The harvested ears are spread in the round space so that they get trampled upon by the bullock. If the crop is large in quantity, a bigger place is prepared and more bullocks are used. This process goes on for several days. That is, it takes a lot of time and it's heavy work for the bullocks too. But with the help of machine, it takes lesser time and can be done easily. But in some parts, farmers still use this traditional method. Now, after threshing, there is a process of winnowing. Let me tell you what is it. Winnowing is a process in which the chaff is separated from the grain. Chaff is some unwanted things that are mixed in the grains which need to be removed. So, how is it done? A person stands little higher up and slowly allows the threshed grains to fall to the ground. Now the chaff blows away because of the wind and allows the cleaned grains to fall down in a heap on the ground. Machines are also used for this process, which makes the work easier. The grain is then filled in sacks. Now, the farmers have to store these sacks properly. So, proper care is taken to make sure that it will not be attacked by insects or pests such as mice or rats. Then some grains are kept aside for the family and the rest is sent to the market. Traders buy these grains from the farmers and so he gets money for the crops he has grown. It is then transported all over the country in trucks or goods trains. This is how the grains reach the provision stores. People then buy the grains from these stores. Now, when the grain is brought at home, it is cleaned properly and then it is sent to the mill to powder it into flour. Now, while cooking, the flour is first kneaded into a dough. It is then rolled into lumps which are flattened into a bhakri and it is roasted. This way, the bhakri is prepared and it reaches your plate. So here our story ends. But you saw how long the process is? Now, you think and tell me, would it be right to waste food that we get through the efforts of so many people? No. So next time when you don't like a particular dish or even when you don't like the food in your tiffin, do not throw food, but think about the hard work of different people. Let us see some other foodstuffs. There are also other foodstuffs that we get through the efforts of many different people. Let us see. Fishermen work hard to catch fish from water. There are people who gather certain fruits that grow in forests like amla, jamun, boar, and karvandas. Some people work in the poultry to provide milk, meat, and eggs. Some people have vegetable farms, while some have orchids for growing fruit crops. All these people put in a lot of hard work in their own occupations. We get a great variety of foodstuffs as a result of their efforts. All these processes are expensive. Therefore, it is necessary for all of us to take care that food is not wasted. When the soil becomes hot and humid, the crop is sown. The grain is separated from the ears by a process called threshing. The light shafts are blown away by the wind. Some people gather fruits like karvanda and jamun from the forests. Machines and vehicles are used for the production and transport of foodstuffs. Money is spent on transport to operate them. Match the column. Salt. The answer is the sea. Sugarcane, fields. Bore, forests. And makhana, a fresh water lake. Answer the following. What is harvesting? The process in which the ears of grains is cut and gathered is called harvesting. What is winnowing? The process in which draught of air is used to separate chaff from the grains is called as winnowing. Why should we not waste food? We should not waste food because there is a lot of hard work put in by people like farming, producing food, storing, transporting, and marketing, as well as preparing various dishes.